Good morning and welcome. I have a wonderful Patriotic or Americana DIY for you today. And this craft is inspired by Pinterest. I saw these on Pinterest and fell in love and knew I had to make them. And we are going to be making these adorable, patriotic, primitive sunflowers. I really like them. They're easy to make, and you can make them using whatever fabric or ribbon that you have on hand or that you can find. So I've already made two, and I'm going to show you how to make it as I make my third one. You're going to need a wood round, and this one is 5.88 inches. So somewhere around 5 inches is the size you're going to look for. You're also going to need some quilt batting, and I picked this up from Walmart. I got a nice big roll, and this one is double layered. So you just need to cut a piece out that's large enough to cover whatever size wood round you're using. So the first thing you want to do is get your cotton batting glued onto your wood round. Now I'm going to trim it out, and I'm actually going to leave a little bit of excess space because as I wrap it, I want that to wrap around the edge. Now you can add as many layers as you want. If you want your center to be very poofy, you can add a couple more layers. If you don't want it to be poofy at all, you can just simply wrap the wood round with the fabric. Now this is the fabric that I'm going to use. I just recently picked this up from Walmart. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Now you don't need a lot of fabric. If you can find patriotic fabric at Dollar Tree, you can use that because you only need a small amount. Or you can use whatever maybe you have on hand that you have left over from a previous project. Now you want to leave about an inch worth of extra fabric all the way around as you cut. I find if I cut a square out first and then go in and do the trimming, it works out better for me. So all of the fabrics that I used on the primitive flowers today came from Walmart. And now I just kind of go around and trim off any excess fabric, take the corners off. And then when I start to attach the fabric, I like to attach it in the four corners first, and then I fold in the rest. That way I'm sure that I have enough fabric to get all the way around. Now once you have the majority of it pinned down, if you get any little pieces where you want to tuck a little bit more, then go right ahead. Add just a little bit of hot glue. So just pull in and tuck in as you go around to get it nice and smooth around your edges. My center is covered and I'm really happy with that. It looks nice and smooth. I just tucked everything down onto the back and glued it down. Now we're going to work on the petals, and for that you're going to need a roll of the 2" by 9 feet burlap ribbon that you can get at Dollar Tree. And then I've also chosen to use this really pretty navy burlap ribbon. And this I believe I picked up either at Hobby Lobby or at craftoutlet.com. They both carry the really good ribbon. For this project, when choosing your ribbon, you want to make sure that you get wired edge. You will need to cut 12 pieces at 3 inches for each of the ribbons. I have my ribbon cut and ready to go. Now when you're choosing your ribbon, you just want to choose something that's going to accent whatever pattern you've chosen for your center. On all of mine, I used the burlap ribbon and then chose one ribbon that would accent the center. I like that. And then on each piece of ribbon on one end, we're going to fold the ends in. So you take one side and fold it down to the center. And then you're going to take the other side and fold it down to the center as well, so you have a little point. I have my glue mat underneath so that I can glue that point together. Just add a little bit of glue and press down. A silicone tool is also very handy for this. That way you do not burn yourself. And if hot glue sticks to this, once it cools, you just wipe it off. It comes right off. Okay, so this is what you want to do to each piece of your ribbon. So you just fold each over so you have a point and then glue it down. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get my ribbon prepared. Okay, I have all my petals made. Now we're going to start to attach them. And when you attach them, you want to make sure that the folded side is faced up. You want that clean side to be facing down because that's what's going to show. And then you want to glue down about 1 inch of your ribbon. So I have about 1 inch worth of ribbon glued down. And now I'm going to attach one directly across from the first one. So on this flower, I started out the same way here, and then I went in and I added 1 petal in between. But on this one I'm going to add 2 petals in between because I want a little bit more of the blue. So that's up to you if you want to add 1 or 2. Depends on how much of your decorative ribbon you have. And as I'm adding them, you can see I'm kind of lining them up so they're all in about the same. That way the petals will be about the same length coming out. I'm going to finish adding my navy blue ribbon. I have all my navy petals on. I'm really happy with that. So now I'm going to start to add my burlap. And I'm going to do the same thing and start in one place and then go exactly the opposite. That really does help me get my placement correct, and everything will look nice and even that way. I have all of my ribbon glued on. I have 12 pieces of the burlap and 12 pieces of the navy, and I'm really happy with the end result. I think that looks really nice. Now on the same size center, on this one I did 8 of the navy and 8 of the burlap. So it's up to you depending on what look you want to get. You can also mix up and do more than just 2 colors of ribbon for your petals. That's completely up to you. And then here on the back, to finish it off, you can do it 2 separate ways. I just used another wood round and then attached my dowel rod. You can also use a round piece of fabric. Before you attach everything to your round, just cut out a piece of fabric or a piece of felt and you can glue that over. If you're going to use felt or fabric to cover up the back, you will want to attach your dowel rod first and then put that on. If you're going to use another wood round to finish off your back, you want to glue that down first and then attach your dowel rod. Now to glue this onto the back, I'm going to use a combination of the hot glue and the Crafter Square craft glue. I really like this glue. It does set up and it holds very well. And then to attach your dowel rod, I just add a little bit of hot glue onto the dowel rod and get it placed. And there you go. We are all done with our gorgeous primitive patriotic sunflowers. I had so much fun pulling these together, and I think they're absolutely adorable. They would look great done in a floral arrangement in a vase or a weighted pot. You could also add them to a planted pot or put them in a floral arrangement. So many different things you can do with these adorable primitive sunflowers. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and show me some love in the comments. This really does help support my channel. It lets YouTube know that I have content that's worth watching, and then they share it with more people and my channel grows. If you enjoy craft tutorials and hauls, you're going to want to check out these other videos. Thanks so much for stopping by. It's always a pleasure. You have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next video.